Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are a director of your company and your company has received a loan from director, a bank, a shareholder or another company, then this video is extremely important for you. Many company believes that DPT-3 is applicable only when public deposits are accepted. However, this is one of the biggest misconception in corporate compliances. In this video, I will explain you what is DPT-3, who is required to file, which amounts needs to be reported, common mistake made by the companies, due date and penalties. So let's begin it. What is DPT-3? DPT-3 is a return filed with the ROC under the Companies Act to report deposits accepted by the company and amount received by the company which are not treated as deposits but remain outstanding as on 31st March of every financial year. In simple words, even if your company has not accepted deposits, any public deposits also, DPT-3 may still be applicable. Who is required to file? Generally, all companies, except government companies, banking companies, and non banking financial companies, every other company must file DPT-3 if they have any outstanding loan amount. So, every private limited company, public limited company, one person company, small companies are required to file DPT-3. What amount should be reported? Loans from directors, loans from shareholders, intercorporate loans, bank borrowing, financial institutions loans, security deposits, share application money, advances from customers, any other outstanding receipts needs to be reported under DPT-3. Remember, not every amount is deposits, but many non-deposit transactions are still reportable under DPT-3. It helps the government to track the outstanding loans and receipts a company holds. When you open the form on MCA portal, you will see four options. Choosing the correct ratio button is very vital. Let's break them down. One-time return. This was for older outstanding remote data and is rarely used now. Return of deposits. Select this if your company has accepted actual deposit under the Companies Act. Return of deposit not considered as deposit. This is the most common one and applicable for many small companies and startup entrepreneurs. It covers exempted deposits like loan from banks, directors, or business advances. Both return of deposit and exempted deposit. Select this if your company has both deposits and exempted deposits. Most private companies and startup falls under category 3 because they run on director's loan or bank credit lines, which are technically exempted deposit but must still be reported. Now we will discuss the most common mistakes which a company assumes or done by mistakenly. Assuming DPT-3 is not applicable because the company has not accepted public deposits. This is incorrect. Not reporting director's loan. Loan from directors are exempted deposits but are still generally reportable. Even if there is a loan of say rupees 5,000 from the director, DPT-3 needs to be filed to report the 5,000 amount taken as loan from director. Mismatch between the DPT-3 and the financial statement. The figures reported in DPT-3 should match balance sheet, notes to accounts, auditor certificate if applicable. Mistake number 4. Incorrect classification of advances and deposits. A wrong classification may create future compliances issues. What are the documents required for filing DPT-3? Audited financial statements or provisional if auditing is going on. Details of outstanding loans, directors' declarations wherever applicable, auditor certificates if applicable, loan reconciliation statements, details of exempted deposits, copy of loan agreement or trust deed, board resolution authorizing filing. For secured borrowing, always verify the charge creation or modification forms filed with the ROCs. Ensure that the loan amount reported matches the charge records. Now, the million dollar questions which everybody has in their mind while filing DPT-3. Do you need an auditor certificate? If you're filing for deposits category 2 or 4, an auditor certificate is mandatory. If you're filing purely for exempted deposits falling under category 3, standard practice and MCA guidelines state that certificate is not strictly mandatory attached to the form. But your figures must perfectly match with your financials. Always consult your practicing professionals to ensure a specific structure does not require it. Now let's talk about that part of the DPT-3 which confuses almost everyone, which is aging. The MC requires you to split your loans into three brackets under 1 year, 1 to 3 years, and over 3 years. This helps the government see if you are hiding deposits as advances. Be careful with customer advances. If they stay on your books for more than 365 days without a project being completed, they could legally turn into deposits, and that means huge fines. Why does the ROC care about aging? It is a transparency measure. If a company has advances from customer sitting in more than 3 years bucket, it raises a red flag. Under the Companies Act, most customer advances must be refunded or utilized within 365 days. Otherwise, they might be reclassified as actual deposits, which bring much stricter compliances and heavy penalties. Now, mark your calendars. The date of filing DPT-3 is 30th June. Reporting date is 31st March. What happens if you miss it? Additional fees. MC charges a compounding monthly late fee based on your nominal share capital. Under Rule 21 of the Management Rules, non-compliances can attract a fine on company and every officers in default. Why risk your hard-earned money and reputations when a timely filing can protect you? Compliances might seem daunting, but breaking it down step by steps make it completely manageable. Ensure your accounts are reconciled up to 31st March. Gather your loan details and get filing well before the June deadline to avoid last minute portal glitches. If you find this video helpful, please give it thumbs up, share it with your fellow entrepreneurs or business owners, and don't forget to subscribe for more straightforward compliances guides. If you have any questions about DPT-3 exemptions, drop them in comment box below and we will be happy to help. Until next time, stay compliant, stay successful. Bye for now.